Hey, shalom, shalom. Hayawam tawab la atam za achiyakam yawam manar chagadol Charlotte, which is good day. This is your brother Yawam from the GMS camp in Charlotte. Nachamatam kayah malakat hashamayim kwa ra. Repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call layam la abanawa Yahweh bahasham Yahweh shai bahasham rocha hakodash. Wamashana la zakwanim na wa malakim shorocha gadol, which is all praises to our Father Yahweh, which means he exists. Bahasham, in the name Yahweh shai, he delivers. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Zabara Ashith, this is Genesis chapter 49 and verse 3. I'm just get this word for dignity. All right, again, this is Genesis 49 and 3. Getting the word for dignity. All right, and pretty much this lesson is going to be entitled Walk in Dignity. All right. And I just want to get a few precepts on this topic. I did this went into this lesson in the spirit a little while back, and I just want to go into it again. But this is the word for dignity. It says BaShaAhth. All right, and it says elevation, exaltation, dignity. It says dignity, loftiness. All right, then it says elation, cheerfulness, exaltation, and rank or character. Pretty much going into the character part. That's the part that I want to go into. Walk with character. All right, so walk in character, walk in dignity, walk in excellency, walk in highness, pretty much walking in, high vibrational things. I'm going to get this definition, common definition for dignity, BaShaAhth. All right, common definition, if we were to go to, like Merriam-Webster, it will read, it says exaltation in rank or character, excellency, stateliness, nobleness, regalness, grandeur, magnificence, worthy of respect. So being that, the scripture said, I'm gonna get this real fast. Zatahoyam, this is Psalms chapter 119. Okay, and we'll get verse 9, and it says, BaShaAhth, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto, according to thy word. You see, so when we was in the world, we didn't really walk by a standard. We didn't really have a standard to walk by, so being in the truth, we have to carry ourselves in a very noble, stately, regal, grandeur type of way, and not going into any type of, haughtiness or walking with a stretched forth neck, or, walking with pride, but having a sense of, righteous pride, some walking in a way that's worthy of respect. All right, so i.e., all right, whereas in the world, we'll eat cheeseburgers, fries, hot dogs or some shit, eat a healthy diet. That's an example of, eating a healthy diet, first and foremost with the law, eating the clean foods, you see. But then so also in that, eat with discipline, eat in moderation, which the scriptures, teach us that, the scriptures teach us a way of, carrying our lives in a respectable type of manner, in whatever facet that we're thinking about. So when I read this again, this is Psalms chapter 119 and verse 9. It says, BaShaAhth, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto, according to thy word. So ultimately, the scriptures is what allows us to walk in a very regal, magnificent, and a excellent type of way that's worthy of respect, and ultimately how we get that is by subscribing and taking heed to the word of the Lord, Yahweh bahasham Yahweh shai, and I actually want to go into the word for BaShaAhth. All right, and we'll go into it, and it says, all right, it reads, it says, the Shah is going to go into the teeth, which are shan yam, that's teeth. All right, and with your teeth, you press, and your teeth are also sharp. All right, the next was going to be which is going to go into strength, and it also goes into first. Okay, with that tha. All right, tha is goes into tawa, which means to delineate, to outline, or however you spell delineate. That word, delineation, or to delineate, pretty much to outline something. So when we go into this, it goes into, your teeth. All right, they move. All right, they press. That's a movement. All right, so when we put this together, it goes into move in strength through delineation. Delineation. Okay. So move in strength through delineation. All right, and what that is going into is the delineation, right? What's being outlined is the standard. So move in strength through delineation. That delineation again will be the standard. Hanas. All right, nas goes into the standard. All right. So again, in dignity, all right, self-respect, pretty much a behavior that's conformed to accepted standards of morality, ultimately going into the truth, you know. So let's go into some of the attributes. We can get some of the attributes of how this can be done. You see, so going into being authentic. All right, this is Zathal Yam. This is Psalms chapter 25, and I'm probably make this into like a parts 1 and 2. But this is Thal Yam, Psalms chapter 25. We'll get verse 21. All right, and it reads, it says, "Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee." All right, so we want to live a life. We want to walk in dignity by having some integrity, all right, and uprightness. All right, this word for integrity, it goes into tham, something that makes us walk in simplicity, innocence, and completeness. All right, and we do that by, walking in the Lord, Yahweh Shai. He is the representation of the scriptures. All right, it says prosperity, simplicity. It's simplicity and Hamashayach. All right, it says integrity. Integrity also goes back to doing the correct things. All right, even when no one is watching. The Lord is always watching. The Lord is always watching, and we should always conduct ourselves in as if He's watching. So even when it's nobody else around, is pretty much the point that I'm trying to iterate in the spirit. All right, let's get another one. Let's get carrying ourselves with responsibility. All right, Zah Quahalath. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5, and we'll get verse 4. It says, "When thou vowest a vow unto the Most High, defer not to pay it, for He hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed." You see, so holding yourself, when we come into this truth, essentially we have entered into a vow, with the Lord, Yahweh BaShaAhth, Yahweh Shai. All right, it's our responsibility to uphold that vow, to endure until the end. When we look at the Hebrew alphabet, Halak, BaShaAhth, all right, the scriptures say to learn from the animals, and they shall teach thee, roughly paraphrasing. So the is the ox, Ha'alap, the ox. Well, that ox is going to go all the way from to the thigh. It's going to finish. Luke 9 and 62. Let's get that real fast. This is Luke chapter 9 and verse 62. All right, and it reads, it says, "And Yahweh Shai said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High." You see, because that plow, all right, that's ultimately, that the ox works in conjunction with this plow. All right, the ox is essentially, when you're doing field work, essentially you put the ox to work with the plow. You see, so in comparison to that, the ox is going to finish from start to finish, to the thigh, because thigh represents the end. You see, so, and also being that Yahweh Shai is the 22 characters of the Hebrew alphabet, it's from start to finish, so we have to go from start to finish, just like that ox. The ox is going to go from the beginning to the end. You see, so in context of this precept right here, Luke 9 and 62, it is our responsibility, okay, to go from start to finish, without looking back. If the ox started to, veer, I'm curious what it says in the commentary, but if the ox starts to veer off and doesn't complete the task, or well, it's not going to complete the task. Okay, let's go into this right here. It says right here, it says, "In plowing a field in that day, a farmer kept the road straight by focusing on an object in front in the distance, such as a tree." So when the ox is going, or it's going, it has a target. Okay, and in order to keep that ox straight, okay, ultimately, you have to keep his eyes single. Okay, and it's true, we have to keep our eyes single. That's our responsibility, so it's our responsibility to keep our eyes on the Lord Yahweh Shai, because he made the blueprint, going back to the simplicity in Yahamashayach Yahweh Shai, that's the simplicity. All right, so going back to the responsibility, we have to carry ourselves in a responsible, in a accountable type of fashion, So another way, all right, to carry ourselves in a regal type of way is gratitude. All right, let's get this. Zah BaShaAhth, this is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 23. Okay, and it says, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. So ultimately, keeping your heart is your mind. So ultimately we're able to keep our minds, to guard our minds, essentially to keep our minds in a healthful state, by showing gratitude. That's going to keep us in a high, heavy vibrational type of it's going to keep us in a higher vibration, and that's good for the body, because again, this is it's a race, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint, so we have to be mindful of our mental. All right, having a good mindset, when we think about gratitude, it's not that we have to do, we shouldn't be thinking, okay, I have to do this. It should be beneficial. We should want to do it. It should come from a willing heart. We should want to, or we're able to do it. When we have to do things, it shouldn't look as if, we shouldn't say, oh, I have to do this. It's no, we're able to do this. I thank the Lord, or we should thank the Lord that, we're able to do this work, because that's going to keep us, that's the correct mindset to have, carrying ourselves in a very regal type of manner, because it's a blessing to be able to be in this truth, to endure, okay, and know the Lord's name, Yahweh BaShaAhth, Yahweh Shai, that's a blessing, so it shouldn't, we shouldn't look at it as, okay, this is it is a job, but we should be thankful to be able to do this job. That's carrying ourselves in a regal type of manner. All right. So let's get this. Halak. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 10. Because we're talking about excelling at what we do, consistency. All right. In which I'm gonna close it on this, and I'll do a part 2. But this is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 10. And the subtitle, it says, whatever you find your hands to do. Whatever your hand finds to do. Verse 10, it says, Zakwahalat, Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 10, it says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. So ultimately, we should be doing everything that we have an opportunity to do with 100%. Tomorrow is not given, so first and foremost with this word, push the word. Our scriptures say to be in season, out of season. And each time that we do something, it shouldn't be, half-assed. Like when you put it in terms of like some type of, with some type of body mechanics. All right, whether that be if someone plays a sport, whether they, box or MMA or something like that. Each and every rep has to be 100%. You're going to fight like you train. So with that same mindset, like we supposed to have that with the truth, but times 1,000. The scriptures say to seek the Lord 10 times more. So going back to this precept, it says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. So with this truth, we should be moving at 100%. Be focused. All right, we should be circumspect, but I'm pretty much having that certain determination and persistence. All right, and not just doing it, just to go through the motions. So La Marshana, to say again, we went over Halak BaShaAhth, which is Halak is walk, BaShaAhth is walk in dignity. All right, and that was part 1. So Adawan Tazaza Banayapa, Lord's will, that was a beautiful edification through the spirit. Wadawan Tazah Adam Yash. Yawam Tawab, a Lord's will, you have a good night, or a good day, Wa Shalom Lakam, which is peace unto you all, a Shalom, Shalom.